Welcome YouTubers to Retrospect Cinema 94. This is my new channel with your host Kevin here, and this is the first installment of Up Close and Personal Screenwriting Center. This is a new series that will be premiering this summer, actually today, of screenwriting, like how I write my screenplays and how I strip them apart and what the key components to a screenplay are. And it's been very helpful of my friends and I. It's been working the whole time so far, so I'd like to provide the service to all of you. And yes, and this will also be coming in Direction Center this Sunday, and it will be premiering every Sunday as well. But yes, this is the first installment of Up Close and Personal Screenwriting Center, and I'll be taking parts of the screenplay apart as you will witness it. And comment down below, subscribe, like, dislike. Thank you all for your support, and enjoy the show. Hopefully this helps. Welcome here today to the first episode of Up Close and Personal through my new channel, Retrospect Cinema 94. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be constructing and stripping apart what a screenplay is. I am your host, Kevin, also known as Green94 Pulp Fiction, and this is Up Close and Personal Screenwriting Center, where we will basically be focusing on your screenwriting abilities during filmmaking. And tune in this Sunday for Up Close and Personal Direction Center, where I will be doing the same thing but towards direction. Alright, today we have a great screenplay, probably my second favorite screenplay of all time, and that is Moneyball. It's a screenplay by Steve Zaillian and Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin is a great writer. He also wrote for The Social Network. And Steve Zaillian, you'll know him as the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo adaptation screenplay. As you can see, this is an adapted screenplay. So when you have an adapted screenplay, you will have either, if it is an original story by someone, or the idea of it, you would credit them, and you always credit the author of the book that you are adapting it for the screen. Alright, so the first thing I want to point off is that you will have Collier New Font 12 when writing. So as you can see, this is all Collier New Font 12. It is the standard standard format for when writing screenplays. And from that, you can have bold text if you want to quote someone. For legends or title cards, you can have bold, or even italicize this. It really does not matter. It's truly your personal preference. However, I try not to use the bold or anything anymore. I am more of a quotation. That is typically what I would use. But here we go, and this is how it starts off in black. That is basically that the title card will be in black while the white subtitles. And right here you see INT Oakland Coliseum, and then you see a hyphen and night. What INT means is the interior of your setting. So as you can see, this is the Oakland Coliseum, and this is basically the Oakland A's baseball stadium, and we are on the inside for is INT, which stands for interior. This hyphen separates the setting from time of day or the timeline. So as we can see, this is night. Alright, there's two types of settings. You can have an interior or an exterior. Exterior, would be down here, as you can see, EXT is my arrow is circling. So basically what this gives you an idea of where you will be filming for your screenplay and the production costs, since filming in a setting is quite costly. This very much helps you when using deciding factors where to film. It basically gives you a general production idea of the cost of the film and its shooting area. Alright, now we're going to the body. And the body is basically where all your detail, actions, and thoughts are incorporated into the screenplay. They usually always, not usually, they always are to the left side and do not indent, and usually last about paragraph size, but some can be as long as probably a page. I've written some that are 2.5 pages long, and honestly it looks like a book, but it is not. Alright, so after you get to the body, let me just read this for reference. Static shots. A deserted locker room, empty showers, cinder block tunnels lit with wire-encased lamps like in a coal mine. 3 security guards watch a game on TV. Alright, in that in that body, I have found one thing. And we see 3 security guards. When we see 3 security guards capitalized, that indicates that they are characters within the story. Alright, capitalize the characters' names, and that is how you keep track of the character. I always capitalize them, some don't, your preference, but honestly it does help me a lot when searching for characters. Alright, so here as you can see the legend, it's a title card. Basically it's just subtitles that appear on the screen. October 15, 2001. If you've seen this film, you know it's one of the first subtitles. Alright, as we go into the body, here is our first dialogue, and we can see this because it has one of the characters' names right at the top, and under it is their dialogue, what they're going to be saying through this film. And next to it we have V/O, which stands for voiceover. In a voiceover, it is basically the character speaking, but not on screen, and it is not off screen when they are in the filming area. A voiceover is what I am actually doing right now. You are watching me highlight this whole screenplay, you can see that, while you hear my voice, but I am not present. Alright, now that you've learned what a voiceover is and what our dialogue looks like, our dialogue always has the character's name. Voiceovers are off-screen. OS would be on the side right here. Any actions or like description of how they will be talking in the dialogue will go directly under the character's name and above the dialogue. So that is where you'd keep it, and then the dialogue would be right at the bottom. The dialogue is the last thing. If you want to switch the action, comma, and then right here add an action, end comma, not comma, parenthesis, add in the action, end parenthesis, return, and then you continue on with your dialogue. Alright, and let's see. I'm trying to find where we go a little bit off page. Sorry here, folks. We just, here we go. And here's what I was talking about. Here's Scott. You are not a professional athlete. B. So this is an action or description, and it will go right to change into something else, into a different form of dialogue, and it goes into say you are a professional GM. Alright, and see this more here? More indicates that there is more for the character's dialogue to be added into the scene. So you can see more goes on to here, where you see Scott continued. Parenthesis continued is just indicating that it is what he was talking about down here is the same he was talking about up here. Alright? And as we continue, we'll say, we're a small market team. You're a small market GM, and I'm asking you to be okay with not spending money I don't have. And I'm asking you to take a breath and shake off the loss. And then I'm asking you to get back in the room with your people and figure out how you're going to replace these guys with the money I do have. Beat. Got it? That is the manager. This is the owner of the Oakland A's talking to Billy Bean. Alright. And there's not much else you can add to screenplay. I mean, the rest is pretty much your preference. Those are the main rules that you have to abide by when writing a screenplay. Is the setting, the interior, exterior, title cards. If you will use them, it's not mandatory. uh, the body, the dialogue. Voiceover is honestly your opinion or your usage, however you want to use it. You can use parenthesis v.o end parenthesis, or you can do v/o, or just v.o. And yes, and pretty much it is dialogue between one another. As you can see, Billy to Tara. Tara is Billy Bean's wife, I think, in the film. No, sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Their names are very odd in this film. I only know Peter Brandt, Billy Bean, and Art Howe. Alright, so this has been the first ever video of Retrospect Cinema 94. I am your host, Kevin, also known as Green94 Pulp Fiction. If you have any comments, comment down below. Like or dislike this video. Please subscribe up above. You'll see it right there. Yeah, oh, sorry about that. You'll see it like right in that area, but right there up above. And you guys are smart, you know where the subscribe button is. So please subscribe if you want me to continue making videos like this. I will just be going into how I make my screenplays. As of tonight, I wrote 15 pages in one day. And yeah, I'm very pleased with what I've written so far. And I hope some of you are writing out there. So my assignment for you all tonight, or till next Friday, is that you will read a screenplay. You just go to, see up here, right there. I want you to type in whatever film you want to, like. It can be Moneyball, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I recommend the Sony Pictures film because they usually do have PDFs. Or I think The Descendants, Fox 20th Century has a few there as well, and Universal has a few. So type in any film that you really enjoyed, and then put screenplay PDF right after it, and then you'll find something that says PDF on the side in brackets and like a superscript. When you do it on Google search, and just read the screenplay, pick up things that you've learned before, and I'll be here next week, and I will be talking about some screenplays that I really enjoy if you want to really look into becoming a screenwriter. And so yeah, this is Retrospect Cinema 94. If you subscribe, I will take my time out to help you with whatever questions you have in your screenplays. Otherwise, I'll be here 24/7. Just PM me if you got any questions. Send me anything if you want me to look over. I am not a con artist. I've had my fair share of ripped off screenplays, and I've gotten zilch credit for it. So yes, this is Retrospect Cinema 94, and thank you for viewing. This has been Up Close and Personal Writing Center, Screenwriting Center to be exact, and tune in this Sunday for Up Close and Personal Direction Center. So I'm your host, Kevin, and thank you for viewing.